So welcome everybody. We are doing a project I've been meaning to get to, but then I had some update issues with Hotline Miami, or I guess with Windows in general, but everything was fixed but recording Hotline Miami. It was all jittery, but messing around with OBS settings got it to record better, and I think I actually made the streams better. So hopefully, Human Being 1 is for gays. No, it isn't, Facility. You're lying. Don't believe you. Alright. That's what I want. Human Being 1. Yes, Human Being 1. My plan for the next few streams is to go through my old projects, talk about what I like, talk about what I hate. Gonna be my own critic. Criticized a lot of people's campaigns in the past few streams, and you know what? I wasn't perfect either, and I still am not. But this campaign's rough. I went into this campaign with zero practically knowledge of the editor. There was no tutorials or anything. It was just me messing around. I made like 3 or 4 levels before this, and then I started getting to work. There was like one YouTube video that I sort of learned the cutscenes with. That it was just super duper fast. Like I had to like play the video in slow motion because they assembled the cutscene so slow. It was so you guys are spoiled now that you have my tutorials here teaching you semi-competently how to do it. But also there's a lot of mistakes in this because I just didn't know the rules. Like, and I mean you can play other people's campaigns and get ideas, but it takes a while to learn everything. So let's see here. I want to check my viewer count. I want to see if I can get up to 10 viewers. 5? Okay, that's fine. No. Okay, and tell me how the stream quality is. If only they had a Redux version. If only. If only it had a stream Redux. If only. Doing well. Okay, well, we'll see once we get into the game. Decent 720p, I can live with that. So we start out with them on my makeshift bean cans. This will place to work. See how many spelling errors I can find in this. Lack of comments. The pay is shit, the boss is an ass, and these beans make the place smell like... You think I'm gonna say farts, but I say beans. Haha, first joke. Closest thing I come to a fart joke in this. When I was making this, how did I even like come up with the idea of human being? I think I just like the meme, like that, of a real human being and with drive and its ties to this. And I used Hammer since it was just the easiest character. You have access to all the enemies. I don't know why I used him though, because I only used Mafia and Colombians in this whole campaign. I think it was probably because I wanted that blank slate of Hammer, but it's not like I didn't take liberty with Pardo here, making him totally different than in-game Pardo. I was born. There's thick skin, gotcha, switcheroo. Insatiable of it. Green beans, black beans, kidney beans. Yeah. I'm gonna say some of this like the way Hammer read it. I've watched that video of Hammer playing this campaign so much that I've just like memorized it. Soy boy. Soy boy was not a meme yet when this was created. This is also like mid Harambe meme rush, so that's one I probably shouldn't have put in simply because like it was funny at the time, but it did not age well, and it wouldn't age well in a Redux. If I was going to make one of those, perhaps. Remember, this was fun for the most part up until the end. Yeah. I'll talk more about that. Damn, just come in here and taking all the good jobs. There you go. There's some parallels. Some political commentary. There's a message in this can. So yeah, this was clearly my phone call parody, because I was already, the phone call trope was starting to show its age in 2015. Please do announce a new special offer for clients with an existing account. As such, one parentheses free toaster. Stop by at First Miami Bank on So another thing, you might not notice, that I've named all the roads except or addresses after video game characters, and I did it for some in Human Being too. The triple fat boy squad gave me shitless. Yeah, that was kind of the point. Let me check it off. It's getting hot in here. So Walker Bank is from Spec Ops: The Line. Walker, the main character. What's his first name? Martin? I think it's Martin. That's not even my bank. Free toast is free toaster. Like, I just thought it, like, this also, like, I'm like, oh, you start out semi-stuck in the object, but, you know, instead of moving it forward or redoing the, I didn't know how to move the character at this point, and I'll point out the big glaring problem with that, but, like, I wasn't able to stop it, so you just have to hope he didn't get stuck in there. Being code, I was proud of this. Such a shitty looking thing. This is also, like, pre-edges, like, or at least pre-me knowing how edges worked and how they use, like, no edges here. These are actually, like, those tiles, like, with the faux edge from the train here. And just, you know, just a bunch of NPCs. Just, I also did not, the reason the final level sucked so much is it was originally going to be 4 levels, and it was going to end with you taking over the brothel. But then I was like, I should go for 5, because I like the idea of him having to do his bean factory, and, like, I like the extra bit of closure that last level. But instead of making a new level, I just used this, which, so I completely designed this entire floor without the intention of ever having combat in it. And then, by the time I came up with it, cutscenes, I'd already made cutscenes for it. So that's why that final level sucks. There's no actual food, so I'm sustaining myself some crackers and shortbread. Oh, feel silly. And then, like, I don't know, it's a bean factory. Tesla coils, this thing, like, those are supposed to simulate bean canning, like conveyor belts, I guess. This is also completely modless. This has no mods in it, in case you're wondering. Or any, like, semblance of how edges is supposed to work. So, also, I did come up with the naming structure of naming each one after beans, and it was supposed to be, like, the level was supposed to be color coordinated to the bean that it was designed after, but it's not like there's a ton of different colors for beans besides, like, green and brown and orange or so. So, I gave that up 2 levels in. But I do like the way I kept color schemes. It's not the best done. Like, it was like, oh, I'm just going to use all the green tiles here. But, I don't know. I'm glad that human beings, I've always tried to retain, like, a big emphasis on having colorful levels. Because I like those that's, like, one of the things that initially drew me to Hotline Miami, was just how colorful and bright it all looked. That's why I'm not a huge fan of everyone's dark Midnight Animal inspired levels and their browns and their tan tiles, you kids back in my day. Okay. I wanted to see if I put this backwards because it's like such a common, like, noob failure. There's my basketball that I placed just because I thought it was cool to have a basketball. Like, I had no excuse. So, just. Really, the number one thing that annoys me is the complete lack of edges, except for, like, the carpets. That was the only thing. Rainbow jelly and pink and blue beans. Are there blue beans? Maybe. I don't know my beans. I had to, like, Google the different types of beans just so I could, like, know what other kind of beans I could do, because I didn't know that many types of beans off the top of my head. I'm not a cook. I've always done this in games, or in my levels that I'm making, is that I feel like each room needs to have a design purpose. So that's like the kid room to shut kids up when the parents are, like, doing stuff in the office, like talking to the office and getting accounts squared away. And that there's, like, the waiting room lobby area and a separate one. Like, I remember, like, it needing all this stuff, whereas. And so that was something I like the purposefulness of every room. I'm probably going to end up saying that I totally contradicted myself on that, but at least that's what I was going for. It's like, maybe not structural realism, but, you know, like, purpose for each room. It's not just, oh, this is another room with couches in it. Oh, that's fine. But you don't want too many of those, 'cause To be fair, the human level design is kind of oof. Yes. Yes, I did. I had no clue what I was doing here. Here's my little vault. With the gold is sparkling underneath the shelf because I didn't know how to do like notepad layering. No notepad either. Look at all those wild notches. Just everything is bad. And it instantly transferred, so the Russians are doing a drug operation of a bank. Why? I don't know. That's 2015 year old me. Alright, I wasn't 15 at the time. 2015 me. That was 18, I guess. So, I mean, the VIP table doesn't look bad. I would expect to be used more often. Yeah, like more often in the game or more often by people everywhere. So I see it pretty often in levels. It's a cool table, like with that reference, and then like acid baths. I didn't even realize that was really a meme at this point. I just thought it was cool to have like they got shit going in their going on in their basement here. As well, and this is the one thing I like about this is the character I added here with like the little mini story where they've got Colombians like imprisoned, and then one of them's overpowered this mafia here and taken his gun. Like I thought that was some visual storytelling. It doesn't pan out to anything, obviously. That was a cute idea. So yeah, nothing terrible. But, I mean, definitely rough. R-U-F-F, rough. Like, what is even this? So hideous. Hideous salmon. Hideous. Just so, first level I felt comfortable publishing. Not the best, but this is one of my favorite jokes in the whole the whole human being series though. It's and so I asked her, how'd you get the car in the kitchen? Because like it pays off later on. Just more visuals. That's like the best kind of. That's some of the best ways you can tell jokes in a Hotline Miami game. Is through like just unmentioned visual jokes, or callbacks, because you have repeating environments and whatnot. That you can take the environmental storytelling of the first and use that to tell jokes if you can come up with something. Why is Hammer's head so fucking? I don't know. I didn't make the sprite, but it is huge. Hammer seems to have a big head in real life. I think Hammer's just got a big old head. Yeah, plus 40% of his head is hair. Yes, this is true. Bald Hammer and confirmed. Huge, rugged, manly jawline. Yeah, he does. Huge, sexy jawline. Well, they already ran out. Life's a bitch. That's just life on this bitch-ass earth. What's the Luigi meme? Give me a second, man. So, also stuck in an object briefly. And then just like very slow things of everyone drinking. Here's your first glimpse of the sun, who for some reason frequents this shithole bar. Even though he's a mob boss. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'd love to have Hammer's beautiful jaw. I don't have like no leafy bullshit. I got a chin, but it ain't a chin like that. Alright. Oh yeah, there's my slut wife. So there's the Harambe meme. Is that cringe now? It's referencing Harambe cringe at this point. By the way, I found a can of beans in the mail. Coworker prank. Now I'm literally just repeating it like how they said it. Thanks, Clarice. Another message. Yeah, I fucking see. It's supposed to be Estacado, like from the second Darkness game. I guess both Darkness games. Estacado, Jackie Estacado. Memes. Ooh. That head doesn't match up with the NPC sprite. No, it doesn't. So, I'm whitewashing this character. Oh, I know that meme is old now. It wasn't dead at the time of making it, and it was pretty subtle. I don't. He didn't actually use the word Harambe in this entire campaign. Pump you up. That's from an old SNL skit. Cicada Lane. 2-week membership trial. Yeah, okay, work off these levels. And then there's the visual joke. Dennis laughing at this is like one of my best moments of level editing I've ever had. Is Dennis and Hammer noticed that the car actually did crash through the kitchen, and Dennis lets out this big hearty laugh. And hearing the creator of Hotline Miami laugh at one of my jokes is just just wipes away a tear. Now, I'm not trying to brag. I'm just saying it helped. It was nice. Also, fun fact, I had no clue how to spawn the character, like, because I figured out through just going through search boards how to replicate the level without having to make it from scratch, but I didn't know how to erase Hammer, because I was a fucking idiot. I think I figured out later in the campaign, but yeah, it's just I was such a noob back then. Yeah, humble brag. When I heard Dennis's laugh, I ascended. I'm gonna move this a bit more over so I can see your words. There you go. So I can still see who's saying it. I don't even actually need to see your profile pictures because it's got your titles here. So let's see here. Yes, Tony, I do know Blue. Blue is the first person on Steam to actually come and contact me. And like he asked, like the Human Being 1 was the first thing he made, and had it not been for him helping me, like I might have not continued to make levels. Might have been just a one-off thing, but I was very happy with the reception of this. Why is there a tree in the house? You never have a plant in your house? This is a large plant. I don't know, but it makes for a tremendous. Oh, that's bad. That's bad, Foos. I actually like the colored layout of this, like the arrows, and like people are like, oh, why is there a carpet in a gym? But I mean, I've been to gyms before, and they have like mats, and I thought like that cover the entire floor, and I thought that was pretty appropriate, because like when it gets down to the just a bunch of pixels and squares, I think it's pretty appropriate. Like, you can have carpet in a gym. You have to clean it. All the sweaty boys, though. But since the carpets offered the best colors, that's what I went for. Also, this is absolutely terrible level design. Like, because this is definitely an example of sacrificing level design for realism. Because I was like, oh, it's got to be open. It's a gym. So, but then I was like, oh, well, I can't have off screens. So I put everyone on the outside of the pool, melee only. Problem solved. Because I mean, this is just way too big. There's so many better gyms. Now go look at Breathe for a good gym. This is a bad gym. Bad gym. Why don't you play some of the redid levels? Cause I don't know what you're talking about, Foos. Just kidding, but cause it's not done. Alright, let's see here. Oh yeah. That's why I put this handgun here specifically, so you don't have to like tediously bait these guys. You can just fire at them. Bring them over. And everyone, this other fat guy. So yeah, I mean, people's early levels, they definitely try to find excuses to use the cool big sprites, like the pool. Windows everywhere. Not really. I mean, they're here, but yeah, this is really shit level design. I did like the idea of like running across a basketball court, firing a gun at fat people, 2 black dudes playing basketball. but like the yoga part, those mattresses were supposed to be like yoga pads. This is pre like mods, so I had to like just kind of get the closest thing I could. And what editor you created your sprites. I created the sprites in GIMP. It's like it's like a free. You can do Paint.net or GIMP. I prefer GIMP. Oh, look at all the wild notches. Like they're literally everywhere. Like there's not a single bit where I didn't have wild notches. It's like right here. I just didn't even notice them until someone pointed them out. Such an idiot. Okay, what does this large one say? Something interesting that when you play this campaign with Human Being Team is mad. Almost all the music matches. Does it? I wouldn't be surprised, honestly, because I tried to get the songs, like, if you didn't use the music mod, the songs still fit as close as they could. Because, like, I knew people weren't going to download the music mod, so I didn't want it to be completely distracting. So, while some might not be perfect fits, like, certain songs worked with certain things, so, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised about that. Redux win? I don't know. Are we allowed to talk about the project? Yeah, I mean, I was hinting about it earlier. We're reduxing this campaign. Me and Facili, Music Jab, Kung Fu Gloves, and Atlan, hopefully. Red Walls and Doors. Nice. That was specifically the Red Walls and Doors is because I've seen there's a gym that I used to go to that not that I went to the gym, but I was inside of a gym for martial arts, and they had like red brick walls inside. They killed a fucking gorilla. Like I always like I like the cold opens with this. This was always one of my favorite things with these guys, the weird cold opens, and I did it in Human Being 2 with the crickets. Rob, what will come out first? Miami Falls 5, Human Being 3, Hunter 3, or whatever the fuck Assyrian's making. Honest to goodness, probably Assyrian's thing. Hunter 3, if you mean Red Star, that might also come out soon. That's almost. I know Red Star is pretty close-ish. I don't want to speak for Lego, but looking at his like completion chart, everything's at least started. Most things are finished. Yeah. Miami Falls 5 is not happening. Danny Judas has abandoned the editor. He has no intentions of coming back. He's currently working on Miami Horror and what was it? Miami Horror and Paradise, which are 2 mods, not level editor stuff. So this is Hammer being annoyed that people aren't noticing his killing sprees. But girls, one of God's living creatures. See. So little commentary on that, and then I was proud of myself changing up the position of the people drinking and stuff, so it feels different. Now we just have one man working on his invisible screenplay, and a woman drinking alone. Favorite campaign, Rob, and why? That's hard. I don't have like one campaign that I'm like it's clearly better than every other campaign I've ever played. They're all good. They all have their good high points. Pretty much anything Puzzle Box has made is amazing. Obviously, Snowfall. The 4th, and only the 4th, Miami Falls, I like. What else? The Cold War campaigns. I'd probably say the Cold War campaigns. What is your favorite track from Miami 2? Probably Dub Moods, Richard. The one that plays for, I think it's called House Call. And the campaign for Richard. Bushido, what? Yes, Facili. Bushido's really good too. See, just more goofy cold opens. And oh yeah, I didn't even point this out last intro. This is back before I figured out the clearly obvious way to get music to play in intros. Like this is like literally, dude. Like if I had known anything about the cutscene creator, I could have fixed this. Richard plays for First Blood. Fake Hotline fan. Oh, whoops, sorry. I can straight out jerk off to my Weeb Trash adventure. Hey, Tony the Tony. How you doing? So, Another thing, I didn't realize the like camera pans. So you'll notice that the camera does not move at all in this campaign. Luckily, the characters are all so close to each other, you really wouldn't notice. But I did not realize until like probably 2 or 3 levels into my next campaign what the what the camera pan thing was for. So, whoops, that's not. I'm not sure why they have walkie-talkies. I think this is probably the closest thing I could get to like an overhead PA. Vinject 1 is the best campaign ever, and if you say otherwise, you have no taste. Is that the one with the SPC? I don't understand why that one's such a meme, Revenge Act 1. Honestly, like, if you're talking about, like, not quality, but level of enjoyment, I really enjoy Deep Red. Really enjoy Deep Red. So, yep, still stuck in that thing. So, I semi-change stuff, because people are, like, you know, gonna be at work pretty the same. I just, like, shifted them over. Like, I think he was, like, right here earlier. Also, totally fucked up this transition here, where you have to go like that. Just, you can just infinitely do this. So, good job, Rob. Rickmania. Revenge Act 1. I remember playing Revenge Act 1 and being unimpressed in its terribleness compared to Deep Red. Deep Red is still the best bet. Is still the room of Hotline Miami. Hang on. My mob boss, Bean Boss. Deep Red Redux coming in 2019. I hope so. Huge awesome like a mansion. Fuck you, man. I did. I enjoy Deep Red. Not in the same way that watching The Room is enjoyable. You tag me a pot hammering. No, I don't play League of Legends. Lego. Yeah. Hey, let me have my childhood. I'm keeping those videos. My squeaky little 13-year-old voice. A bean can. A letter. A letter inside a bean can. See, well, work today too, because you're fired. You know what? Fuck you, sir. And your teenager nose piercing. There you go. I thought that massive nose piercing was goofy on that face character. That's why I'm calling him out there. And, yeah. And that's how, like... And I like how he can burst through the door, just push open those double doors. Just trash level. Alright, and so now we have this is probably, other than the level that's like, the bean, this is probably the second worst level, purely because, like, I wanted to have this idea of, like, a firefight going on, but obviously you can't make them fight and also fight you. You can either have NPCs that shoot each other or shoot you. And they shooting each other, it's not dynamic at all, so you have to, like, set what's going on. Also, like, there was no there's no reason to be here. Like, why did you show up here? I was gonna have Hammer in a cutscene here say, "Oh man, I really don't appreciate them putting a bean can in my exhaust pipe here on my car," or something along those lines, kind of explaining why you're here. And I saw nothing wrong with keeping it until you don't get, like, the floor cleared when you have a cutscene, obviously. And that was the only reason I removed it. Not because it was a terrible gameplay decision, but because I didn't like it not saying floor clear. So I accidentally stumbled into a good choice there, finally. Also, a grenade was supposed to go off at this spot. You could probably tell. Just, like, this ridiculous firefight, now they're at a standoff or something here. I don't know. It's bad. It's bad level design. This is the level that made Dennis quit. Or I guess time management was the thing that made him quit, but it was you could, since they're using a controller, it was gonna take them so long, just so painfully. Oh, he's hitting the fountain. That was what it was. So painfully long. Couldn't believe, like, even the creators are that bad at Hotline Miami on controller. Just complete trash. Amazing. Because you'd think they would have had to, like, playtest it so much they would have become proficient at both methods, but I guess not. You playing Carl Payne? I have played it before. I'm not playing it right now. I played the second one on stream already. The original is kind of rough. I don't know if I'd go back to it. Like over other things. Stream lag. How bad is it? You need me to stop, try to figure out what's going on? My aunt just got back inside, so that's probably what it is. See if I can just turn off my phone Wi-Fi and fix that. Lag. I don't know. Thought I solved this. Ah! Also, didn't know how to make bodies non-solid, which is really fucking frustrated. You're not getting lag. Oh, you're not getting any lag. That's good. So you're shitty internet, y'all. Well, this is supposed to be a hotel. So you come in, and there's the receptionist, and then there's a hotel room here, and there, and this was supposed to be like the plaza. It's a fountain. It's weird psychedelic tiles here or something. I don't know. Ah! How do you make bodies non-solid? Essentially what you'd have to do is use Notepad to either give them a behavior of something like a logo or another item, like say like this painting here, something that you can walk over that, and at the other option is you spawn in like the dead body through Notepad and like place like a placeholder there. So pretty much you have to do it through Notepad because Denatone was too lazy to, I guess, like make the bodies non-solid. But what they would have had to do for that, I think, is like give them a different category. Like I kind of understand now why it's like that. Wait, the campaign, which is the room of Hotline Miami 2, is called Deep Red, right? Yes, yes. I call it the room of Hotline Miami 2. He did not start out. Fuck Rob. He did not start out calling it that. That was not his initial intention. That's why it's the room. Is he set out to make a beautiful like masterpiece of a campaign, and it flopped so terribly, and it was so like narcissistically put together because the creator is the main character with his actual real name in his home country. But what else? Will you be making a Hotline Miami mod in the future? I am going to try. I could not on this current laptop. I couldn't get GameMaker to run the studio port that Tony Abyss put together. And I think that's just because I'm running on a crap top here. So if I upgrade with my computer, I'll definitely look at it. I'm not very good at coding, so I'd have a lot to learn. But it's something I would definitely like to try. God damn, Rob. The fuck did you use soft walls? The idea was that like those walls had been shot a whole bunch already, like Rainbow Six Siege or some shit. Like they'd already been shot a bunch, so they were breachable, I guess. That's why they're soft walls. Like it makes sense. Like this one was for level design purposes, so you could like, because like the initial idea was you're gonna like flank around the main firefight, eliminate them from afar. Which turns out to be really boring and uninteresting gameplay, but hey, what you gonna do? It's my first level, fuck off. Like this is back when I would like set a floor plan, set enemies, and then set furniture, and then test it. That was my testing it was my last step instead of like doing it dynamically throughout the entire process of building. Which is just the worst choice. You should be testing it. You should be doing walls and enemy placement and be testing it the entire time. The lack of edges is triggering me. Yes, the lack of edges is very bad. Is there a way I can play Deep Red now? Go to my video where I'm streaming it. I think you can download it. Probably. I'm not sure if it's still up. Furniture last. Yes, furniture last. Or, I mean, you don't have to make all the furniture last. You can kind of do it in increments, but... Like, you can design it room by room if you really want, but... Furniture, furniture first, if you... Yeah, before you even place walls, just place furniture everywhere. Is enemies, tiles, furniture, cutscene. No, tiles. Tiles is last because they're the easiest thing that like tiles have 0 impact on gameplay. So do tiles last. Where is it even? I forget my own levels. This is bad. Alright. What are you gonna do here? It's been so long since I've played this. I'm like forgetting my own level design here. God, this is an eyesore, this whole thing. Still, you got a lot of work to make this good. Thoughts on Midnight Animal? It's dead, and you should only... There's a saying that you should only say good things about the dead. It's dead. Good. Alright. Normally make the level first and then enemies as last step. Bad, 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 bad. Because if you realize that your level design sucks when you actually try to play it, but you've already like put the furniture and the tiles and everything, and you've made it all fancy, but then you're so much more likely to compromise on level design. So that's why I say it, is because like if you've laid your tiles already, but then you're like, oh, this wall and like this whole room needs to be shifted over a couple bits, you're a lot more likely to be like, yeah, fuck it, it's good enough, instead of moving it, because you have so much more work. So that's why you want to do tiles last. And instead of starting at the car, you started the stairs, because I didn't know how to move hammering. Clarice, sweetheart, I have bad news. Today I lost my job. And here comes the most predictable joke. I want a divorce. Oh yeah. You haven't even seen shit staircases yet, son. Actually, I think he did. I think I just ignored it in the first. I'm not sure. Anyways, oh hi Matt. What was I saying to you guys? Oh yeah. So there's like, this is the worst level design you've ever seen. In terms of like, where does the player go? Like even in Blue's video, he's like, do I go to car? Like what the fuck do I do? Literally like no idea how to. I just kind of hoped they would go back upstairs so bad. But I did make sure to show that the car thing is fixed. What I should have done is create a new floor, add that arrow, put the cutscene trigger to end the level before you get upstairs. Whoops. Removing a whole bunch of shit, yeah. But it's a waste of time at that point. Literally, I did this because I wanted to use the sun explosion sprite. Like, that was the whole reason I blew her up. Like, they never even explained this in the rest of the story. I vaguely, like, yeah, the Mafia must have done it because you're killing them. But, like, I literally just blew her up because I wanted to use that sprite. I'm really disappointed Dinaton didn't get to this part in the campaign. No toilet paper roll sprite. This is pre-mods, Foos. Pre-mods. Yeah, guest appearance by Matt. Let's see what he put in Discord. Send me those dick pics. Is it not loading? There we go. Ah, thank you, Matt. Checking on my phone. Alright. Matt Foos says you love him. There you go. One time I replaced the Jungle Knight background with a star field. Interesting. So yeah. I basically, like, when I planned this, I went back and, like, when I came up with the idea, I went back and changed every bit of furniture around where the explosion was going to be to an item that had a broken version, so I could do this. Free, yes. Haha, to the local brothel. Not even a strip club. Shut up, JK, love you. Yeah, and then like beer cans for bricks. Just there's no fallen door, so I just used the net door because fuck it. Soy boy. This is pre-soy boy meme. Like no one was accusing people of being effeminate for drinking soy at this point. So that's kind of why it's for the strip club. I don't know, it kind of worked out that way. And this is the tiles are so garish, but I love them because one, they're kind of unique, like the female symbol here and the weird thick stripes, and this weird diamond pattern, which I've actually never seen before. And then the word VIP down here. But yeah, it's not super great. Nor is the level design. Like so. Atlin was talking to me because he's like he didn't even realize that this is the same brothel from Human Being 2, so maybe you didn't notice. But this is the same brothel from the second game because he took it over at the end of this one, and so he redesigned it. He did some redesigns. Mostly those redesigns were for making the level play better. Which I'm sad I had to take this out because I thought that turned out pretty well. Make the level play better and whatnot, and include that awesome Michelangelo painting. No one cares that everyone's talking to Matt and thing in the chat. Is there a melee weapon I can grab here? There's a pipe. So the level, at least appearance-wise, I think it's turning out better. I mean, it is purple on yellow, but I mean, I was just typing the word strip club for the items here, and it is a bit cramped. But who calls his song Sexualizer? It's a cool name for a song, and nothing bad is about this song besides the fact how much it's been replayed. Can't hate this song. Also, look at those stairs. Look at those stairs. I thought this was a good way to do stairs to convey the idea, but also save space. No, don't do this. This is bad. This is very bad. This is really bad. Oh yeah. If you notice, the address says Whore Island. That's it's an Anchorman joke. I'm not even a huge fan of Anchorman, but I just love the Whore Island. Also, here's something I don't either see or notice. Maybe I just don't notice it because it is pretty easy to miss. Is the shotgun on the wall here? Like, I very rarely see this, or at least. So one, it's glitchy because if you hit the mouse button on, like the left mouse button on it, he fires it instantly, and so it's glitchy. But it is a cool idea to have like a wall-mounted weapon, like a environmentally sensible weapon here, not just like floating on the floor. There's a reference to this floor in Human Being 3. If you message me one day saying I know which floor it is, I'll give you, once Human Being 3 comes out, I'll give you a prize. Let's see, what have I missed in the chat? You guys are just talking about college. A lot of machetes on this floor, yes. Is this, no, it's not a Far Cry reference. Okay, then now he gets to the roof on the fire escape. Now everyone has had a roof level now. other than I guess the cutscene in Death Wish, there's no roof level in Hotline, but people love making roof levels in the level editor. People love roofs. It's making them. This is one of the worst roofs ever designed for this massive, open, realistic thing. This one fucker. And just the fact that it's so much work to get out of here, and the fact that I put this railing too close so you can get stuck here. This is one of the worst. Out of a campaign of badness, this is one of the worst. God damn it. See? Just like that. Look at that. Off screen. Real careful here. Alright, I fucking built this thing and I forget about all the off screens. I can bait this dog. Yeah, get a shell through there. Yeah, also the dog just running over those crates, good lord. I'm just reading the chat right now. I'm trying to figure out what you guys are even talking about. Holy shit, I remember this level being hell. Yeah. I mean, the first two floors aren't that bad, but this last floor is just fucking sandpaper rough. Shit. There you go. Not too hard. Sorry, Rob, we're not talking about cool stuff. You're being boring. Yeah, you're boring, Matt, talking about college. The 2-4 level design was hella painful. Yes, because it sacrificed gameplay for realism, or at least closeness to the level design, I guess. It's been so long since I played Team Fortress that I didn't really remember, but hit us up with that sit beatboxing, Matt. Yeah, when's your beatbot mixtape coming out? Level editor, college campus level. That's the end for Human Being 2. That's Human Being 2's ending, is that. The meaningless sex, money, and drugs are cool and all. So this is when I started making Hannah this like playboy, like just like hedonistic motherfucker, and it's now become like a big theme. Yes, this is how I explain the grenade. Yeah, no, the bean messages. Like every once in a while, like right in the second game and the first game story, I thought about going back to this plot line, but I don't think anyone cares. I didn't care enough, at least. Not a big deal. There are school shooter levels in the depths of the editor. There are. Matt beatboxing while I'm just screaming. Red-blooded American. Yeah, I called him American this, and that kind of sealed the deep lore for Human Being that he's an American. Can't call him Swedish. Gotta keep the whores in check. And there's Evan fighting off some mobsters, some visual storytelling. He'll make an appearance in Human Being 3. That's not really a spoiler since it's at the very beginning. And yeah, you see his face in the poster. Thoughts on Payday 2. Why are you just taking a poll on random things, dude? Hey, drunken awkward silence. What are you looking at, faggot? There you go, some foreshadowing. And his car moves different parking spot every single time. Man, I love bitches. This was a very fun cutscene, like, floor to make, where I just put insane shit everywhere. There's Kowalski. He didn't get named in this, and he like though I initially had wrote him as a customer, but now he's like his bookkeeper or his accountant or whatever. In the second one, fuck it, Hammy, it's me, Pardo. Yeah, shit, I haven't called Hammer and Hammy in a long time. I don't think I did it in the second one at all. So I could go back to that nickname. That'd be funny. Pull it with the micro marks. Yeah, sorry guys. Sorry, I didn't mean to trigger anybody. Just complete lack of cutscene music. And all 3 female faces in the game. Right. Yeah, this, I remember being like, oh fuck, I can't get out of here, like what am I gonna do? And then I realized I can make him like be walked under. Which is goofy, I guess, but, you know. So we got a woman typewriting on Petrov's balls. This man praying to another woman, please fuck me. Sharon, I guess, I used the same sprite, but Henchman's girlfriend's hitting it off well with Martin Brown. And then, the joke was, like, he smuggled, like, all the bodies and everything and drugged them and hid them in here. And in the renovation, you can still see some corpses hidden within the walls. Cause I like this idea of like he took everything and put it in hiding here. Now that he's got everything. Human Being Trilogy explained: a Swedish man pretending to be an American man kills Mexican, Frenchmen, and Russians. Don't forget the Colombians. That is some great deep lore. Oh my goodness! And then we got. I love this where he's like just dropping the money here. I should have made it go a lot faster. This Spencer Yan actually posted on Reddit a screenshot of this that just said, "Now go make Hotline Miami 3." Like, I don't think he thought this was good. Do you think replacing Martin's pistol sprites with M16 sprites will work? Probably not. Because the pistol is like if you're gonna change the weapon sprite, like when it's on the floor, you don't have enough room to put an M16. You don't. Like, there's no way to increase the space. Also, I don't know why I didn't get rid of that transition, because that can be very annoying. Like, I even blocked it off so they couldn't use it, but then I didn't delete it. I think I just forgot to or something. I don't know. Yeah, also the SWATs and prisoners. He fought prisoners. He didn't fight any soldiers, though. That was only the flashback. Yeah, so then he comes crashing through the glass doors here. And like these vans are supposed to be like the gang vans here, and oh yeah, I've already messed up. There's no way to beat this level on my first life now. So yeah, literally just the worst level design. Didn't even like go back and change anything to make it play better. I was just like, this is the level design, and it's gonna be hard. I was like legit worried that people wouldn't think that the game is hard enough. Like people were gonna bitch that it's too easy. You guys are gonna love watching me struggle at my own level here now. Forever. Being like, haha, that's what you get for the time I had to play it. This horrific difficulty spike, like, ugh! Okay, so now I get to do some baiting. Fun, 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 fun. There's literally one good route you can make in the beginning. Yep. And like I like the idea that you have to like do it like really that bit if I had made it a little bit less tedious, and like having to camp and have them like this gave it some more space, and then didn't have like the rest of it just baiting guns the entire goddamn time. I think it would have been much better. Like, a lot of level design ends up just turning out to be enemy placement. So if I had, but I don't know. Like, I wanted to make this hard as fuck. I beat it pretty fast, so you guys can't be bitching. Nah, I just remember hating this level so much. Yeah, look how fast I beat it. It's already done. And so this, I kept getting the walk, because he was supposed to like auto walk all the way here. It's supposed to like auto walk like here, and into there, so you didn't accidentally visit Pardo, but it kept crashing because I didn't know how to fix the walking on the second floor glitch. But you know, it turned out okay. I mean, nothing happens if you go over here, so then eventually you're gonna check out this the only other room with interesting stuff going on. And just fucking my fuck you ending. Like that was it. That's all that happened. That's the final showdown, which I guess is funny, and your boss is dead. Also, if you notice, they all die from cuts because the death commands are all fucked up. Or the kill commands, like when you blast it, this, that, corpse and puddle of tears. Was that like on the? I don't remember. Actually, I think I can go back and check this now. I want to see what you're talking about here, Matt. Yeah, if you didn't bring that shotgun, like, yeah, it's so bad. It's so bad. This is such an idiot when it came to the level editor. I was just under the impression that the level editor isn't fixed, it's not fully out, so any sort of thing that you're just gonna have to compromise sometimes. And I just didn't realize that there's so much more I could have fixed, because even now, I have to compromise on stuff, but I was under the impression you had a lot more to compromise on. So here's Hamron. Is that you? There you go. Yeah, just punched him, just telekinetically, just beat the shit out of him. That time you just called him Ham, and I called him Pards. I thought since you hated your job so much, a little adventure would do you some good. Just the weirdest, stupid plot lines. Getting your wife killed. She was a cunt. Jesus. Oh, I hope like future employers don't find this thing. Yep, and so Pardo owned the Bean Factory, Hammer owned the strip club, and they lived happily ever after in complete drug-ridden hedonism. Till they didn't, and Human Bean too. Yeah, Video Dream's better. Rob interviews 5 years from now. Oh no. Next round. And a happy, wholesome ending. Game theory, Human Bean is racist. Oh no. Don't say that. And I made this 100% by myself, no mods. So I didn't know anyone in the community at this point, so I had no one else to thank but me. So I just filled it with types of beans. So yeah. Also, tell me the song used during the French Connection. Did I have my music on? My mod on when we were playing that? Winged beans, it's a thing. Google it. Forget the name of it. Let me look it up real quick here. It's from La Femme, which is actually a really good French band. So it's La played the demo in my spare time, and it was open in the Google Drive. Whoa, I didn't... Who leaked the Human Being demo? It was open? Oh, so did you just... Well, like, there's only one link. Did you just go to my Google Drive account? I deleted it at this point. No, yeah, I deleted it at this point after I found out it got leaked. So... Yeah, don't share that, please, because it's got a lot of sprites that I need. Anyways, that was Human Being 1. Very rough, but you could start out, see... Creative. I think it's creative, at least. Had some fun with it. Okay, yeah, do not share Human Being 3. Like, I was only keeping it... I was only giving it to people who knew what they were doing with the editor to give me some criticism. Here's my levels that I got so far. I don't have all of them. Some of them are in a thumb drive somewhere. It's not the most stupid music channels that I remember. Did Bushido use a monster cat track? Ooh, the plot thickens. Human Being 1 is a testament to a simpler time. Yes. Yes. Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. Like, I'm gonna release them for free eventually, you guys. Just hold the fuck on. I am happy to see the Mexican gang. Yeah, that took me a long time, the Mexican revamp. That I never planned on using that, other than take their hilarious sombrero sprites. I was just using it as a placeholder. Because, yeah, they're pretty... Not that they're terrible, but they're pretty basic. What else can I do? I could end it right now. Or I can play some stuff. Actually, I want to play that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles thing. I'm just gonna do that right now. Then we'll end it. Alex in there. So... This is really cute. I'm not a huge Ninja Turtles fan, but... So who do you do this? Oh my gosh! That! Oh, that is so amazing. Is that the van re-sprited with the hand pushing the thing? I'm very impressed at that. Okay, and then I guess you're the rat dude. I do not know Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but this probably looks pretty good. Although the the walking animation's kind of... I'm trying to see the sprite. Let's see. The walking animation shell is kind of fucked up. Like, it's a shell. It should not be wiggling. It looks like you just recolored the backpack. He did. I doubt he's watching the stream right now. But he did very good with the... I guess these are just tiles, but... You know, he's got the acid drip. He's got the water here. He did a very good job doing a really good recreation of the sprites from the sewer level. Which, you know, it's pretty fitting for this. I'm sure this will be pretty high. The bandana goes off for the mask. This is what I'm happy to see stuff like this. I'm happy to see this. This is what we don't need. We don't need Hotline Miami. We don't need emoji face sprites. We don't need steamed hams. Hotline Miami Twitter is not behavior we need to encourage. Steamed hams, huh? But on a positive side, I was thinking the past week and 2 weeks really, I was getting like there's a spike in all of my levels being played, and I was suddenly getting a ton of comments on my levels. All of a sudden, like levels that I hadn't gotten comments on in a while, and I think it's because of the steamed hams video with 2.5 million views. I'm glad that the level editor is at least getting some attention. Like, not 2.5 million views, 250,000 views. About 250,000 views, like, that's substantial. That brings people to the editor to check out other things. So really, it's probably, not all it's a positive, you know? Like, using meme culture for good, I guess. It does bother me that the Twitter account promoted it after ignoring us all for so long. But I mean, I guess the thing is, if they promoted one person's campaign, they'd just get messages for the rest of their life asking them to promote the person's like shitty level. So, like, without showing, I guess, favoritism, they can't do it for everyone. I mean, it was clearly just something that the intern at Devolver like saw on Reddit and just posted it again, like, ha, Steam hams. But as a person who puts like literally like months and years, and I've got like nearly 1,500 hours in this game, and to see like that get recognized, although I'm unique in that Denaton has played one of my levels, half of it on stream. I just wish I could I wish I knew what they were saying. I wish that I knew what they were saying while playing it. They're all speaking Swedish. They kind of only... Yeah, there's a lot of reasons why they kind of ignored the Hotline Miami community, because they did not get a good reception of the second game at launch. Anyone left in the community now loves the second game, otherwise he would have left long ago. And the second game's just better than the first in nearly every way, for the most part. My thing is Hotline Miami 2 is a better video game, but the first game's a better experience, like, even though it's just a more contained story and everything, and especially since you're probably unfamiliar with the gameplay when playing it. Yeah, time to learn Swedish. I'm gonna take a Rosetta Stone class just so I know whether or not they're calling my level trash. But yeah, like, I guess they can't. But yeah, I mean, in the end, the Steam hams will now become probably a permanent meme. And oh shit, they had one of those dudes from the tutorial right there. The Steam hams will probably become a permanent meme in the Hotline Miami community, making fun of the devs and whatnot, like acknowledging Steam hams. Even though, one, it's probably just some dumbass intern to be like, oh, gotta make my weekly Hotline Miami post on the Hotline Miami Twitter. Alright, easy peasy, done. I don't know. What I want, and I think I voiced this on the podcast and whatnot, is that what we need is a Hotline Miami, like someone to play some Hotline Miami levels, like an actual YouTuber that's big. The closest thing we got was like Blue Doctor and Spicy Waffle, which are both pretty small in the long run. Like, no big stream outlet reviewed Hotline Miami with the level editor intact. They did it on launch. And so it'd be cool if they could go back and be like, oh, Hotline Miami 2 has got a small but dedicated community. Of, like, there's so many free experiences, and just like, in a lot of ways, just better levels in the main game. There's very few levels that I love in the main game at this point, and just so much more detail. I mean, they have their problems, and very little has in story. Like, pretty much nothing has got a better story than the main game. But I mean, that's why those two guys are legends. Does Spicy Waffle still play Hotline Miami? I don't know. Vine Sauce. Like, I don't even care who does it. PewDiePie, like, just like be like, oh hey, there's a bunch of stuff. Like, they can even play the meme campaigns. Don't do Hotline, but like, do the Garfield campaign. Do this. Do something with like some like third-party famous thing on it. Like, but like some sort of like, I'll look back at Hotline Miami and where it is now with there's hundreds of hours of free content now that the community has made for free, in their free time. I mean, didn't mean to be redundant there. Just out of love for the game, and I think a lot of people played the second game, wasn't huge fans of it, and then just left before the editor came out and never really bothered with it, or they looked back at the very beginning when the editor just launched and didn't really bother with it. Kind of like Fallout 4, like, kind of, that like Fallout 4, like when they first launched mod support, there wasn't stuff immediately good out, but like a couple years down the line, there's a lot of cool stuff out there now. Excuse me. What is the rat's name? Is it Shredder, Skinner, Slasher, Prancer, Dancer? I haven't even seen the Michael Bay ones. Woke, playing meme campaigns. Bespoke, playing levels to parrot meme beat. We are Hotline Miami 3. We are Hotline Miami 3. Indeed. What is this? Oh, those are gas masks? Is that a custom, like, furniture sprite? I didn't notice any other custom furniture sprites. So is that just the gas mask lined up? I don't know. It'd be weird that that's the only custom furniture thing that he did. I don't see anything else. There, did another one last dude. No, maybe not one last. Probably a dog. If it's a dog, you might just be lost. This is not good. Rufus might have just abandoned everything. Yeah, I bet you it's one of the dogs fucking wandered off over here. Cause like, I bet they ignore invisible walls or something. Yeah, like right here. Totally see that being like, dog escaped. Well, I don't really want to redo this again, so I think I'm gonna exit here. What else is there? There's that Zack, there's the Techno Breaker one. There's the Zen event. Let's do the Zen event. Talk about level design. Oh, it's the same fucking song. I'm not doing that. Skinner with his crazy explanations. Okay. Seymour. Yeah, those are custom hazmat suits. I just thought it would look nice. Oh, so did you make that level? I think you lost a dog there, cause unless there's a cutscene that didn't trigger there, buddy. Yeah, they look nice. They look cool, but it was weird that it was just like the one custom furniture sprite. Play Zen's new level rub. Do it. It's the same song. I gotta play something else between it. Let's do Gridlock. Nah, I don't need any more of those abstracts. What's that? No, it's the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles thing. Techno Breaker's magnum opus here, or at least swan song. Sweet, and this dude. This dude was always cool. I thought he'd play a bigger role in the game when I saw him, like, holding the dogs. And then I was like, oh, the campaign's over. I wonder if he was like there's so much character put into this guy. He was like the dude holding the dogs that were like lunging at you at the very end of the campaign. Play the worst level you can find. No, that's too easy. No, it was the tutorial enemy. Oh, I was missing the tutorial enemy. Oh, I didn't even realize that he like counted as an enemy. Whoops. I didn't even see him sitting there. What was he supposed to represent? My bad. Sorry, dude. I would have finished that because I do like it. I like it a lot. I'm glad to see something that creative into the editor. Fight off Hotline Miami. Get it off the front page. Like, look at it. I mean, oh, what the hell? There's all these people trying to get a hold of me. Alright, but if you go to the front page, like the most popular tab on the workshop, Hotline Miami is at the very bottom. I want that shit gone. I want him dead. I want him to give him concrete shoes. Toss him in the river. Ooh, off screen. I just wanted to have a unique enemy brush. Yeah, well, he's not really an enemy. He doesn't do anything but stand there, really. I kept killing. I think the reason I forgot that I kept about him because I killed him a whole bunch. I guess I just happened to not kill him that one time. You know, sorry. Looks like the recolored sprites from Max. I don't know. It's very spread out here. Where am I even supposed to go? That's interesting. What? I thought that was a fallen tree. I guess that's just the log sprite. He counts as an enemy. He counts as an enemy because he's white. Okay, there you go. Oh. Good job, Techno. Esports ready. Alright. Now we go to no talk. Okay, so I am perplexed as to what this is supposed to be. It's supposed to be just an overhang? I don't know. Also, I like these tiles, but I feel like in large quantities they look bad because they're just so complex looking. I don't know. But he definitely does a good job with the sprites. Also, he's using my Tommy gun sprite, which is, you know, it's okay. Not the greatest. Did I just lose a fat? Oh, no, there he is! Actually, I haven't played Deadbolt, which is what this character is supposed to be based off of. But it's on my wish list. Is that the Deadbolt ripoff? I mean, I want to call it a ripoff. It's like a conversion. He makes some nice looking levels, but I definitely think he makes the levels and everything before placing enemies. Like, because things are very cramped in his levels. Because they're so detailed packed. So they look nice, you know, in the editor mode, but I don't think they play terrifically. But they do look nice, complex, and big. That gun tears you apart. Hey, but on Tisk. Rim shot. Okay, yeah, I don't like this fat being here. Right here. So calm. Okay, I guess it's a sun replacement. Oh, obviously he's got the samurai sword. Yakuza are such a cool looking enemy faction. I remember they were originally planned to be in Human Being Theory before I was like, nah, I'm gonna make French because it's funnier than Yakuza. Nope, missed the shotgun pickup. Oh, damn it. Bad choice, Rob. There's just too many fats and not enough spot to run. Plus, this guy's like, if he'd started out with a shotgun, it would have been way better. So you can insta kill him. Should have used the ones I got on Intruder. Not sure what you're talking about here. Hold on one sec. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, what is up? I am back. You brick from Fuse. What have I missed? Is everyone shit talking Zen? Zen's an alright kid. Look how nice his levels look. It's very inquisitive. Oops. I'm also not a big fan of the top-down sprite here. I mean, it's okay, but I mean, there's a reason they have the profile versions in the main games because it looks cooler. He drop a gun? Yes, he did. Ooh, that's not. Ooh, it's not fully smooth, is it? Maybe it's just my lag I'm experiencing from the stream. So, tell me how the stream quality is. Is it better than the older streams? That would be very nice. There we go. Oh yeah, the sun can use the Uzi. I like this. This is a simple looking, but you don't see this kind of tiling in the main game. I think it looks pretty good. I'd have to add some of those to Human Being Theory. I got so many tile slots still open. Love it. So many options. Was I stuck in that wall slightly? Much better. That's good. That makes me happy. Ooh. Oh, those are mannequins. That's cheap. That's cheap. So I think this is based off Midnight Animal. Like a lot of this is based off Midnight. Damn, you've got a lot of like overhanging stuff. Like the reason you don't see that in the main game a whole bunch is because it can be kind of difficult. In a top-down game, not being able to see your top-down character can be off-putting. Obviously you can't do this with the editor, but in Midnight Animal they would have it like if you went with the tree would go transparent, which was a cool effect and idea. I really like the look of this though, like this courtyard, this food courtyard here. Like, this is really cool looking. Did a good job with this. So just so Rob can get angry at new better tiles, he has to place it in 3D. What do you say? No shading. Ugh. Getting some lag here. This is I can tell this is a very intensive level, so my computer streaming while playing this one. Not happy with me. Getting that like Hotline Miami on ice feel again, which actually wasn't happening at the beginning when I was playing Human Being. But Human Being 1, damn sight less intensive than this. Yeah, I mean, you can tell it's a bit wide, especially, I do not like having rooms. Here's a little pro tip for y'all. If you're making soldier cam levels, don't make it so a room is cut off like this. Like, it just inspires stress in me. Like, of off screens. It is definitely because of the long hall courtyard kind of design, like thing he's basing it off of. It does kind of get off-screeny here. Plus, it is hard for me to comment though if it's good or bad or not, because I'm getting so much like lag. Oh god, it plays like shit. I don't think it plays like shit right now, but I'm definitely struggling. Yeah, I don't know why this is Deadbolt. Like, the setting makes no sense for Deadbolt. You could have just done any character besides our Reaper boy. Ah! Yeah, he definitely fucked up the soldier cam here, didn't he? Honestly, I hate soldier cam. Like, it has its usefulness, but it just makes everything so much more complicated. I'd just stick with the void, TBH, like this, the very clean subway station, Japanese subway station. Ooh, that's nice looking. That is pretty. That's bad. Did you use trees like that in yours in Bushido facility? Because I think he beat you on use of the artful sand. That looks really nice. I hate the sun stomp execution. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. Damn it. Checking for off screens and the true enemy is right next to me. All along. Mean tiles, fucking curse tiles. Just screen. So I don't know why he decided to put the Tommy gun in. Like, I know that Japanese mobsters used to use the Tommy gun. At least they did in Kung Fu Hustle. But like, all the other guns are modern. like the only other sprite changes is like you're holding them from a different way, and I think the shotgun's slightly changed. But I didn't bother putting the mod on. Sorry. Downloading extra stuff for single levels, fucking work, dude. Too much of it. Damn it, I thought I swung. This one's kicking my ass here, y'all. Ha! Did he change this? That's a vanilla sprite. What am I talking about? Alright. sloppy. Fun fact, when your character's moving, you have a much higher chance of surviving one bullet. I don't even know if you have any chance if you're not moving. Whoa! That's right, he is the bodyguard son. Oh shit. Oh no, my friend is texting me. I'm getting sick of this level here. Classic demonstration I use. Yeah, no, seriously, the roll is like, I don't even know how you could be able to fix it. Maybe one, by not having him stand up halfway through it. It's poorly explained, and a lot of it has to do with the stand up in the middle here on it, because it's like this double roll. Like if you could roll through windows and like, okay, so the way they should have made it easy, better, is as soon as you take your thumb off the like it's an unlimited roll, or maybe just, or at least string together the two rolls that you have right now, and as soon as I let go of the spacebar, get out of the roll and let me go through windows like you promised initially. That's the thing. Maybe I'm thinking wrong, maybe I'm just crazy, but I almost am positive I remember one of their first press releases, like them talking about the game and what new things they're adding in. They said that the dodge roll could be used to go through windows. So like Corey would have multiple entrances. Yeah, there's only the only time it's useful is on Death Wish when the level is completely designed for it. And even then, it's still like a crapshoot, and you're better off just like I really don't like the Corey part of that level. The only one I enjoyed was really the Swans and the first bit of Tony's where he's just going ham. But then Tony's just delves into fucking baiting, and it's like, come on, Dennis. Nice. Man, animal cars look so cool. That would probably be game breaking because they removed the classic exterior windows. Did they? I think they could have designed it much better if they did a Logitech. Yeah. Yeah. The levels, all the levels are not set for Tony, and that was the problem with making the fans, was their abilities were so diverse that making good level design for all of them was practically impossible. So that's why, like, they don't, like, I don't know, the Swans and Corey is still fun to play with them. Mark is Mark's just easy mode, unless it's a dodger, and then you're just in trouble. You gotta just expend all that ammunition. Anyways, so I played some bonus levels. I'm not doing requests. I'm sorry, I'm not doing requests tonight because then everyone's like, play my level. I just don't want to be doing that. So I'm gonna hop off. We're gonna do much more of these now that I got it to work good. So this is nice. I'll probably do some. I think I'll probably bounce between streaming my levels and like my campaigns in order, talking about what's good and what's bad about them, and just Human Being 3 dev side. Like you can just watch me edit the level, and if you don't care about spoilers, I'll try to stay away from cutscenes, and you guys can just see how I operate. I think it could be a good learning experience. Hey Eddie. I think it'd be a good learning experience for you guys. Depends on whatever I feel like. I'll either stream that, or if some big good campaign comes out, I'll do that. I really don't want to be just streaming cringe campaigns. They are more funny. I'll admit. It's way easier to be entertaining for them. But I don't want to just be the Hotline Mammy cyberbully. Especially since there's so few YouTubers doing Hotline Mammy content. I don't want to be a negative force. But if something real cringe comes out good, I might do it. Are you ending now? I am ending, Getty. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry, boy. Gotta put this game down. Alright. So, adios, guys.